Have you ever wondered why some frequent flyers always seems to glide through airports effortlessly while others struggle with overhead bins, long lines, and crowded aisles? The secret often lies in boarding strategy, and in 2025, there's a simple but powerful hack you need to know. Always board last. This may sound counterintuitive, but there are real advantages that most travelers overlook. Today, we'll break down why boarding last can save time, reduce stress, and even improve your overall travel experience. From seating strategies to luggage handling, this guide will make your next flight smoother, faster, and far less frustrating. 1. Maximizing carry-on space. Boarding last provides a strategic advantage when it comes to carry-on space management. Early boarders often fill overhead bins inefficiently or place luggage far from their seats, leaving late entrants scrambling to find room. Imagine stepping onto the plane and noticing several bins near your row are still open. This gives you immediate access without having to rearrange other passengers' belongings. By observing how early passengers store their luggage, last boarders can choose bins that are closest and easiest to access throughout the flight, minimizing physical strain and time spent reaching or lifting bags. Moreover, seniors or travelers with heavy or awkwardly shaped items benefit significantly. Instead of wrestling with crowded bins or worrying about your luggage being gate checked, you can slide your bag effortlessly into available space. Efficient planning ensures that essentials are immediately accessible, from electronics to medications, making the journey more comfortable. Boarding last also reduces the likelihood of luggage being misplaced or accidentally mixed with other passengers' belongings. With a calm and strategic approach, you gain control over your personal space and carry-on storage while avoiding unnecessary stress. 2. Avoiding overhead bin fights. Although rare, disputes over overhead bin space happen more frequently than you'd expect. Boarding early increases your exposure to these potential conflicts, especially on fully booked flights. By boarding last, you can carefully observe which bins remain available or lightly used and claim space without confrontation. Imagine entering a plane, spotting the perfect bin above your seat, and slipping your bag in with ease while others debate over crowded compartments. This simple strategy reduces stress dramatically. Conflict avoidance is particularly beneficial for seniors and travelers with mobility limitations, as physical effort and mental strain are minimized. Observing the cabin before boarding provides insight into how early passengers stow their belongings, which bins are underused, and which rows might offer additional convenience. Patience and timing ensure that your entry into the plane is smooth and conflict-free, turning a potentially tense situation into a seamless boarding experience. This small adjustment can significantly enhance comfort and reduce unnecessary friction during flights. 3. Strategic use of aisle time. Aisle management is a subtle but impactful aspect of boarding. By entering last, you can strategically navigate the aisle without waiting behind passengers who are stowing luggage, adjusting seating, or chatting with crew members. Imagine walking down a mostly clear aisle, placing your items quickly, and settling without obstruction. This is the advantage of last boarding timing. Efficient aisle movement reduces stress, prevents congestion, and ensures that you reach your seat swiftly and safely. Seniors benefit greatly from this tactic, as reduced standing and maneuvering in tight spaces minimizes fatigue and physical strain. Observing the boarding process gives insight into which parts of the aisle remain congested and which are easier to navigate. With this knowledge, you can position yourself strategically, avoid unnecessary delays, and maintain personal space. Boarding last allows you to maximize the efficiency of your entry, creating a calm and controlled start to your flight while maintaining comfort and safety. So, quick reminder, if this guide is helping you rethink your travel strategies, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with friends who hate boarding chaos. Your next flight could be far more enjoyable with just one simple change. 4. Minimizing disturbance to other passengers. When boarding early, you may inadvertently disturb other passengers who are settling in, adjusting luggage, or interacting with flight attendants. Boarding last allows you to step onto a plane where most passengers are already seated, reducing disruptions. Imagine quietly walking into your row without forcing anyone to move or pause their routine. It creates a smoother, more respectful boarding environment. This approach is particularly important for seniors or those sensitive to noise and stress. Less disturbance to others also reduces the likelihood of accidental collisions, lost items, or miscommunication. By observing boarding patterns, waiting for the optimal moment, and entering the plane strategically, you create a harmonious environment while securing your seat comfortably. This small behavioral adjustment improves the overall experience for both you and fellow travelers, making last boarding a thoughtful and effective strategy. 5. Access to flight crew assistance. Flight attendants often help passengers who board last with luggage placement, seating arrangements, or accessibility needs. Boarding late allows you to engage with crew members when they are less busy, providing an opportunity for smoother assistance. Imagine stepping into your row and having a crew member readily available to help lift your carry-on or answer questions. It makes the boarding experience far less stressful. Early boarders may find a crew assistance limited as flight attendants are busy helping multiple passengers simultaneously. Seniors, travelers with mobility aids, or anyone requiring extra support benefit from last boarding timing. Observing how the crew interacts with passengers before your entry allows you to position yourself optimally for assistance, strategic boarding, and ensures timely support, reducing stress and improving overall comfort throughout the flight. With this approach, the journey begins smoothly, enhancing convenience and peace of mind. 6. Reducing time spent standing. Standing in line is a significant source of fatigue and discomfort during early boarding. Last boarders can remain seated in waiting areas or lounges until most passengers have boarded, reducing unnecessary standing time. Imagine remaining comfortably seated while watching others navigate crowded aisles, then entering the plane at the ideal moment, rested and ready to settle quickly. This approach is particularly beneficial for seniors or those with joint or mobility issues. By minimizing standing, you conserve energy, reduce discomfort, and approach your seat refreshed. Observing boarding flow allows you to time your entry for minimal waiting, avoiding crowded corridors or congested gate areas. Last boarding timing enhances physical comfort, reduces stress, and creates a smoother start to your flight experience. 7. Observing boarding trends. By waiting to board, you can analyze passenger behavior and make smarter decisions about luggage placement, seating adjustments, and personal comfort. Early passengers often demonstrate patterns in overhead bin usage, aisle congestion, and seating choices. Observing these trends provides insight for last boarding passengers to make strategic decisions. Imagine choosing a seat based on observed bin space or aisle flow, optimizing comfort without stress. Understanding boarding trends also helps you anticipate delays or bottlenecks, allowing you to adjust your timing and strategy accordingly. Seniors, solo travelers, and those with medical needs can benefit greatly by entering strategically and leveraging observed patterns. By studying how the cabin fills, you gain a tactical advantage, improving both comfort and efficiency. Strategic observation ensures a calmer, more controlled boarding experience for everyone. But 8. Prioritizing personal comfort. Boarding last allows you to maximize personal comfort by choosing seating and luggage placement based on real-time observations. Early boarding often forces compromises due to limited bin space or aisle congestion. Imagine walking into a mostly settled cabin, spotting a seat with extra legroom, convenient bin space, and minimal disturbance from fellow passengers. Seniors, travelers with mobility challenges, or anyone prioritizing comfort can strategically select the best available option. Observing other passengers' choices allows you to avoid crowded rows, cramped sections, or high traffic areas. By entering last, you ensure optimal seating arrangements, luggage access, and proximity to amenities. This approach significantly enhances the overall flight experience, combining convenience, safety, and relaxation. 9. Avoiding misplaced items. Late boarding reduces the risk of misplaced luggage or personal items. Early boarders may shove bags into bins carelessly, mix belongings, or occupy space inefficiently. By boarding last, you can locate a convenient and clearly available spot for your carry-on, minimizing the risk of lost or displaced items. Imagine sliding your bag into a dedicated, unoccupied bin, free from the chaos of early passengers. This strategy also reduces stress for seniors and travelers with valuable or fragile items. By waiting to board, you can position your luggage where it is easily accessible and clearly visible, ensuring you can retrieve it quickly during or after the flight. Observation, patience, and strategic timing are essential for minimizing the risk of misplaced belongings and maximizing a smooth, efficient journey. 10. Strategic window versus aisle choice. Observing boarding flow helps last passengers make informed seating choices between window and aisle preferences. Early boarders may occupy prime seats, forcing compromises for late entrants. By waiting, you can spot which sections remain open and select your ideal seat. Imagine securing a preferred window for scenic views or an aisle for quick restroom access without compromise. Seniors or travelers with mobility concerns can benefit from last boarding timing, ensuring access to their preferred seating type and proximity to necessary amenities. Observing which rows are filled and which remain open allows for tactical decision-making. Strategic selection based on real-time observation increases comfort, satisfaction, and flight enjoyment. This approach enhances overall convenience and reduces frustration associated with rigid seating assignments. 11th, minimizing exposure to noise and disturbance. Boarding late allows travelers to avoid initial cabin noise from overhead announcements, seat adjustments, and early passenger interactions. Entering after the majority of passengers are seated minimizes disturbance and creates a calmer environment. Imagine walking into a quiet, mostly settled cabin, placing your belongings, and settling without the usual early boarding chaos. This approach benefits seniors, travelers with sensitive hearing, or those seeking a stress-free start to the flight. By observing when peak activity subsides, last boarders can enter strategically and enjoy a calmer environment. Timing your boarding enhances both physical comfort and psychological well-being, ensuring a smoother and more pleasant flight experience from start to finish. 12. Avoiding long delays at the gate. Frequent flyers know that boarding early can sometimes result in unexpected gate delays caused by last-minute ticketing issues, oversized luggage, or late passengers. Boarding last allows you to avoid getting stuck in prolonged pre-boarding queues. Imagine stepping onto the plane just after all the early passengers have settled and the gate is cleared, bypassing unnecessary waits. This strategy is particularly useful for seniors or travelers with tight connections, ensuring timely boarding and less stress. Observing the boarding process helps anticipate potential delays and choose the optimal time to enter. Patience and strategic timing improve overall efficiency, ensuring smoother travel experiences and reducing frustration associated with early boarding complications. 13. Leveraging airline priorities. Some airlines prioritize early boarding for families or premium passengers, leaving late boarders unexpected advantages in space and access. By observing boarding sequences, you can identify underutilized areas, empty bins, or quieter sections, making strategic choices that early boarders cannot. Imagine stepping onto the plane and having the freedom to select the most convenient spot, while others are constrained by earlier seating patterns. By boarding last, you gain the flexibility to optimize comfort, convenience, and access to amenities, turning a seemingly disadvantageous timing into a strategic benefit. Strategic awareness ensures a smoother, less stressful experience for all passengers. And there you have it. The ultimate reason why boarding lasts is a must-know travel hack for 2025. By understanding overhead bin dynamics, aisle congestion, seating advantages, and boarding flow, you can navigate airports with confidence, reduce stress, and make your flights as comfortable as possible. Imagine a journey where luggage fits perfectly, seating is optimal, and boarding is smooth, all without the chaos of early entry. If you found these insights helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss insider travel tips and hacks. Share this with friends or family who struggle with boarding, and comment below about your experiences or boarding strategies. Remember, patience, observation, and timing are your secret weapons for stress-free air travel.